I'm Ernie C.
Ice-T. Right now you're watching Metalshop TV, motherfucker. We got a title, and I just finished my rap album, which is called Criminal Migraine, that is coming out this month on the 17th. I'm not streaming the record. We're going strictly through Ice-T.com. That's how we're getting ready to sell all our records. We're stopping the streaming. So the fact that I finished that, we're getting ready to start the new Body Count album. Right. So we have a working title. It's going to be called Death Wish. No, it's a process, you know. We're starting from scratch. So it starts off with the guys making riffs and coming up with all these different ideas and stuff, and then we got to make them into songs. So it could be at least a year off.
Yeah. I think it's evolution, right? We're just getting harder. We're just getting harder.
Yeah, I think also, you know, you're out here playing with harder bands, so you want to compete, and you can see which way the music's going. So everybody's influenced by everything else. So you see the way it sounds, and I'll listen to a band, I'll say, man, I wish we had made that song. You know what I'm saying? So now you go in the studio with those influences, and it just keeps getting better. Right. But we had a meeting today, and I told them together, I said, if we can't make a album better than Merciless, we shouldn't make another record. Right. So the object is always to outdo our last album. We went out on Mayhem Fest and we were out with Cannibal Corpse. Now I know Chris Barnes, original Cannibal Corpse, who does 6 Feet Under. So Corpse Grinder is the new singer for Cannibal Corpse, and we got out there and I was a fan, we just became fans. The next thing you know, he's hanging out on the tour bus and, you know.
We're doing records.
Yeah, he's doing records, so.
Like everyone on our records, we never asked anybody to be on our record. They just call us and say, we're hanging out with them. You know, even back to Dave Mustaine. We know Dave since the 80s. So, you know, when we did a record, Dave was our friend, you know?
Yeah, when the word gets out, people like, hey, I got something maybe you guys might want to use. People like Max from Sepultura and Soulfly, he got at us and said, hey, I got a track. Right. You know, so people start to come in with ideas that know will fit our band. And then we think, okay, cool. And we put him in All Love Is Lost video because he helped us with that riff. You know, I personally, I write the lyrics, right? I personally stayed away from politics. We did Fuck What You Heard, Both Wings Are on the Same Bird on the last album because, you know, at the end of the day, it's government. You know, whether you're what side, whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's, at the end of the day, it's government. But it's so obvious that the United States is having a shit show right now, you know, to the world. So to almost sing about it is redundant. It's like we all know it. It's obvious, you know. So I try to pick things that are a little bit more abstract. You know, you could come out and just talk shit about Trump forever, you know, but it doesn't.
Box set.
Yeah, it's just like the world knows, you know. So one good thing about being black is you were not held accountable for America's deeds. People are like, y'all black, we not mad at y'all. We ain't in charge of shit. So we're just going along for the ride, you know. And when Obama was in, the world wasn't in this much disarray.
It was easy to make, right?
It was easy to make.
It was easy to make.
Because what happened with that album was we had gone on tour before we had the album done. We went on Lollapalooza. So we were able to road test almost all the songs before we put it together, which is fun to do. When you get to tour a long time, a lot of times you can throw a new song in the set just to see if it works. I call that road testing the track. We've written songs and we've tried them at shows. I'm like, we'll never play that song again.
That's it.
That didn't work. But it was easy, but we were also creating a whole new genre, you know, of taking, you know, hardcore rock, metal, and I was out to not make a rap rock album. You know, Limp Bizkit was rap rock. We were like, I want this to be metal.
Right.
So I did my best at just barreling the lyrics out. I think Body Count is closer to New York hardcore. You know, groups like, you know, Wisdom in Chains and all the cats out there, Biohazard and all that, than anything. So we took a lot from that. Groups like even what's Jamie's group?
Hate Breed.
Hate Breed and shit. You know, I think I call it barking lyrics. You know, it's not like death metal where it's growling and, but it's barking.
Right.
You know, it's percussive lyrics. I always say the Grammys is like this. Fuck the Grammy. I'm nominated.
Oh, wait a second.
So it's fuck it till they nominate you. Then you're like, oh!
Right.
So, you know, I think people just have this feeling. I had a song where I said fuck the Grammys,
Yeah.
but when you get nominated.
Well, it just makes us kind of in the pop culture. You know, you can say our name with other names that have won Grammys, you know. But the groups that I like, a lot of them haven't won Grammys. Hendrix never won one. Led Zeppelin never won one, you know, so.
The worst thing was we got nominated for Black Hoodie.
Right.
And we went and we performed at the Grammys.
In New York, we went a long way.
At the early show. And we thought we won. And
Right.
we were like, yo, they let us perform. And so they took us to the side of the stage and we were all standing there and they had the cameras on it. And the winners, Mastodon. And the cameraman just rolled his shit up and they just walked off and we were all standing there like this. Then we got to our dressing room, it was locked. It was like the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Right.
So when we got nominated the second year, I was like, no way we could win this shit. And it was a COVID year, so I was watching it on my laptop.
Right.
And when they said body count, I shit.
Right, I was like, really?
I was like, I shit.
I'm like, let me make sure they said that right.
Yeah. But you know, Grammys are given by an academy of other musicians and people that listen to music. So it's not like fans, it's different people. So maybe they understood what we was doing. Our social commentary was important, and that's what landed us the win, you know. I don't know, but we took it. And here's this, I'm the only person that has a Grammy for heavy metal and rap. Mm-hmm. Only person. Fuck y'all.
And also, here's one more thing you're the only person of. You're the only person to ever be a guest on a Black Sabbath record.
Yeah, also, my dick size is legendary. No.
We'll know when we get there.
Not yet. like Comfortably Numb came out of nowhere, you know. No, we don't have one.
We'll just get there. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, we try to. I'll say this though. We try to cover the bands that we were influenced by.
One time we did Heartbreaker.
Yeah, Zeppelin. Yeah, we messed with Heartbreaker. Like, you got to think, Slayer, like when we created the band Body Count, we wanted the speed of Slayer, the punk sensibility of Suicidal, and the impending doom of Black Sabbath. We never covered Sabbath, right? But we covered Slayer, we covered Suicidal. We also covered Motorhead, because Cop Killer is Motorhead.
Right.
You know, so all these records have some influence. So maybe Sabbath or Zeppelin.
When I heard No Lives Matter, I thought that was cool. I just liked the way it grooves. When I heard it all together, I thought that was going to be something.
I say KKK, bitch. There's something about it. It was just such a punk record, and it's just so fun, and it was crazy story, and when we do it live, we make the crowd sing along with it. It's that was a crazy record, because, you know, I'm saying I'm fucking the Grand Wizard of the KKKs, but, you know, and I'm about to go sing this to white people. Let's go. So that worked.
We should do that.
That was a good one. One that I didn't expect.
I like Mama's Gotta Die Tonight.
Oh yeah, Mama's Gotta Die Tonight.
I thought the record company was more scared of that than they were of Cop Killer. Howie was scared of that song.
Mama's Gotta Die Tonight was kind of like inspired by the Rollins band, Henry Rollins, because Rollins would get into these grooves and like bend over and you know, so I wanted to make a record that just got into a groove and I could talk over it and stuff. So I'm very much a person that'll listen to shit and say, I need to make something similar to that, you know. And I don't, you know, if you do it right, no one knows what the influence was, you know.
Because everybody's
so they're like, yeah, well, everybody influences everybody.
Oh, I've heard. It's an interesting one. It's about you though. Someone said that they used to do drugs with him, and he's never even really had a drink. He never had a drink. I was like, oh, let me hear more about this. So I listened to him and just like, this is a lie. And I told him, this is a lie. I said, I'll see you later. This is a lie. I know the man for 50 plus years. No.
I don't get high. I mean, I'll socially drink now. I'll sip a beer or something like that, but I don't smoke weed or do drugs or nothing like that. Never have.
No good.
People say they've been in jail with me, and I've never been locked down.
Yeah, that's.
What do they say about us?
We're arrogant.
No, nobody said that.
I've heard that before.
You're arrogant?
Yeah. Me.
You are though.
Yeah, I kind of.
We say Ernie's the rock star in the group. I don't know. I don't know. You know what? I think we've been around long enough that people figured us out.
Yeah,
they
know
the only person that would have a misconception of us are not our fans. You know. Then they say, "Oh, well, these black guys, they're racist, or they're posing." That, I think, when we first came out, there might have been a question like, "Oh, they're just Ice-T's just trying to make a rock band and just do something." But then when they seen us, they like, "Oh, these motherfuckers can play."
And
these guys aren't bullshitting.
For real about it, you know.
I think might have been an early misconception that we were posers, and we have that same feeling in hip hop. We're like
the Beastie Boys, right?
No, Beastie Boys were real.
No, they're real. I know they're real, but from them just being white, the conception.
Well, yeah, they start off as a punk band.
Right. I know they're real. I know they're real.
Once, yeah, you will get that, you know, because people want to really believe you believe in the culture. They don't want you to come out and do it and go, then diss it. Oh yeah, metal's stupid. You know, like they don't want you to do that. They don't want to give you their heart and then you shit on it.
Right.
So if you're a new rapper, you're a white kid, we want to really see that you're dead serious about this shit before we give you the thumbs up. You don't play with the art form, so to speak.
And we've been around 30 plus years, so we're...
By now they know.
They know. They figured it out. I'd be a social worker helping kids get off drugs. And that's what I'd
They question, they always say, what would you be doing if you weren't doing this? I would be doing time. I would be locked up in somebody's jail some fucking where. I was headed so wrong, you know, and rap music and music changed my whole direction. And so now kind of like I spend all my life trying to tell people, don't try that. You know, don't, you know, like I say, I'm not your role model. My road's too dirty to follow. Don't try it. Don't try my life at home. It may not end up like I did, you know?
Right.